What is up, guys? This is Xaashe. Thank you for watching, and as you can see, we are in Arena 5. This morning I woke up and I was like, I'm tired of just pushing trophies at the top, so I thought I'll try something different. And as you can see, I've just reached level 10. I managed to donate 10,000 troops, and quickly look at my deck. My favorite card at the moment is the Rocket, and this is what I want to show you guys today. I've got my elixir pump and a mirror, and then I've got only spells. Um, so what I've been doing, let's open this free chest. I've I thought the chances of me getting a Sparky will be better when I go down to some of the lower arenas, because then the chance of getting all those other cards um, is less. But unfortunately, I dropped past where a Sparky is. A Sparky is in Arena 6. I actually dropped past it. If I'm at 1,400, I've dropped 1,600 trophies. I was at 3,100 this morning, and now I've dropped till 1,400. And what I've been doing is I've been actually using spells. And I want to show you guys some replays. So as you can see here, I still have an Arena 8 chest at the bottom here, worth 200 to 247 gold and 38 cards, and then I have an Arena 5. So instead of 38 cards, I only have 23 cards with 2 rares, and there's 3 rares. So this is quite sad, but the nice thing is I want to show you guys some replays. So this is me trolling some of the lower level players, and I've got just a few replays I want to show you guys on how this spell deck is working. It's very hard to beat someone using only spells. So I want to challenge you guys to try that, but let's look at some of these replays. Okay guys, so here's the first replay. This is against the level 8, I'm level 9, this is before I hit level 10. And playing with spells only, it's really hard. I lost so many battles. What I have to do, because you have to try and defend, but you must also try and take out a tower. So it's quite hard. So my deck is all spells, as I've shown you guys, with then a mirror card and a elixir pump. So what this guy did was he dropped his troops at the back. So I managed to rocket his tower and his troops. Now that is pretty much the only way I stand a chance to actually get close. So here I didn't have my zap, so I just poisoned all those troops and managed to, I think, freeze the hog here. So here you can see freezes the hog. So now at the moment I'm actually in the lead. So but most of these people, even though they know that if they let me beat them, like they take a tower and then they let me take a tower and then they take another tower and then they like stop playing and they let me beat them, that we will probably get onto TV Royale, because that is part of the reason why I'm doing this. I'm really trying to get onto TV Royale with some of these weird replays. That's why I'm trolling down here. And I thought I'll change it up, like I said, instead of just doing trophy pushing all the time. So here I managed to keep this guy out for quite a while, and now I'm still in the lead. And I've just been trying to hit his tower. Now if you defend only, then you're never going to take his tower, and eventually he's going to be able to get to your tower. So you have to sort of attack and defend at the same time. So here obviously I used the zap to take out all his small troops, and then I used the poison or the lightning or the rocket or the fireball to try and do damage to his towers. Now in the beginning, most people, when they drop at the back and they see I do this, then they start dropping their troops in the front. So here I managed to freeze all those troops, and then I fireballed the hog with the minions, and then he kept on using the rage spell, so I just tried to stop his troops from being raged up. So there I managed to zap his skeletons again. Now I'm in the lead, and now I know I'm like a rocket and a fireball, 2 direct damage cards away. So here I chose to freeze his hog again, trying to just defend my tower for the last few seconds, because there's 24 seconds left. There I used a rocket, I think, on his tower, and now I'm just going to try and defend. He's only got 12 hit points left, so here I use the zap. Unfortunately, my zap doesn't take out the level 9 minions yet, so I wasted a fireball there. If I only just saved my fireball, that would have probably helped me out. So here, just with a second left, he manages to take the tower and I would have won my first battle using spells only, but unfortunately it didn't work. So here I used my rocket on his barbarians, trying to defend, because now I'm just sort of, there's no way I'm going to take another tower in 40 seconds. It takes like 3 minutes to just barely get to one tower. So here I threw a fireball on his minions. Now I'm trying to freeze everything, but I missed, so now I have to zap everything again. Fortunately, there I use a zap on nothing. Now I'm just trying to defend for another 25 seconds, 865 hit points on my tower. So as you can see here, what I'll do is I'll put the collector down as distraction. Now I use fireball. I missed some of his minions, which was very sad. But I threw the poison spell down as well, so there I wasted another zap. I didn't even see all those wasted zaps. So here I decided to freeze again, and I'm probably gonna I wanted to do another freeze. So anyway, guys, so this was the one that I managed to save. This would have been my first win, but yeah, it wasn't to be. So let's show you guys another replay. Okay, guys, so here's my next replay against Il Conquistador, or whatever that is. So at first, the battle starts and both of our elixir is full, and he doesn't drop anything. So then I thought to myself, maybe he's also, dropping in trophies or trolling. So, I just decided to put down an elixir collector, and now I'm like sort of waiting for him to, drop something behind so that I can rocket whatever is coming past. But he doesn't, so then I thought to myself, it looks like he's also trolling. So I just threw a poison on his king tower, and then he starts dropping his troops. I was like, okay, maybe he wants to battle. So I decided to just rocket those troops, because that's the only thing I had that will take out both those troops, his dragon and his wizard. So right now I'm looking and I'm like waiting for him to make another move, but now that I can see his cards, he has probably a bit of a defensive deck. So he sort of he would wait for me to like put down troops, and then he'll put down his minion horde or his dragon to defend. So here he uses his hog just to test, and he's got his freeze ready, and then I froze his hog first, and now he uses his freeze to get to my tower. So there I threw a lightning, and then I used zap on his hog. So now at the moment I'm sort of in the lead. He's got 1,600 hit points left, and I've got 1,700 left. So, as soon as I'm waiting for him to drop his troops, but he's sort of waiting for me to do something so he can counter. So I decided to use my rocket, and as soon as I did that, he decides, so now he's going to play his minions with his wizard. So I just decide to poison them. I probably should have just thrown a fireball on there, but I want to keep my rocket and fireball and mirror sort of for when I actually need it on the tower. Sometimes I'll just mirror a rocket or a fireball that does quite a lot of damage. So here he sends down his prince, and I managed to freeze the prince just before it hits the tower. And I actually did a mirror freeze there just to make sure that the prince doesn't get his second shot off. So there I used another rocket, and when I hit the second rocket, I actually thought, okay, there's a chance that I can win this. So I dropped my elixir collector down. Now this guy obviously doesn't want to lose to a guy using only spells, so now he drops his hog with his baby dragon, and I sort of use a fireball here. I wanted to hit the hog and the dragon, but fortunately that wasn't necessary. Now obviously he still doesn't want to lose, so now he drops. I zap his minion horde, I freeze his prince, and now I'm only like a rocket and one other thing away from taking his tower down. So right here I managed to just have 400 hit points left on my tower when I lightninged his tower. So that was the first game that I actually won using spells only. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how long I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if I can get another nice wins using spells only. It's quite nice to troll people like this. So yeah. Okay guys, well, I've managed to get another few interesting battles. So this one is against J-Dog, and this is actually the very next attempt at a battle that I had after the previous guy. So let me show you now. What makes this one very interesting is that I actually managed to stop him from actually touching my tower with his troops. For some other reason, I just got very lucky with this one. So here I start off by just dropping the poison and then the rocket on top of his pecker and the tower. So I wanted to sort of take do damage to two of those structures at the same time. So here I see he drops troops off behind his pecker, which many people do. And then unfortunately for him, that rage spell is just too late. So there I managed to defend without him getting to my tower. So now I've done a little bit of damage already. So there I put my lightning spell. So the idea with this challenge is, now you will notice here my elixir collector goes down just after one spear hit my tower. So from now on, I don't think he gets another shot on my tower. So there I put another poison spell on his goblin hut with the tower. He throws a fireball on my tower, and seeing that he did that, I think I threw the rocket here. Now fortunately for me, just as I placed the rocket, he put his picker in exactly the spot where I put my rocket down. So I got very lucky there. And now I assumed that he was gonna put some troops behind his picker again. So I waited with my fireball, and just as he rages his picker, I froze the picker right here. Um, so there, his rage sort of doesn't help. Managed to keep him away again. So now I've got another elixir collector that's ready. So I put him down, and he puts down another goblin barrel. I put down another poison spell. So as you can see, everything sort of just worked out with this battle. Now my lightning went down. His tower is down to 362, and I knew he was gonna probably do something. That's the first time I see the barbarian. So just as I dropped the fireball, I had to quickly mirror my fireball and take out my zap. Now he's got his wizard coming, and here I quickly put down my elixir collector to the middle to distract the wizard, and so my tower took out the wizard. Now he's got the picker coming, so there I decide to go for the win with the poison spell. I freeze his picker, and I throw a rocket on his picker with the archers behind him. There I put another fireball and a quick zap, and I managed to keep his troops from ever actually getting to my tower. So yeah, I was like, wow, this was actually a good game. So I feel sorry for him. I think he's a level 8, so this was to me it was quite a good battle. So yeah, let me just quickly show you here that it was right after that previous win that I had. I'll Conquisitator. Alright, so there you can see I've actually lost a lot of games, obviously, because most people, once they realize I only have spells, they just like, that was one against the clanmate, they just like drop their troops on the line, and I have to defend with my spells instead of attacking the tower. So I've lost a lot of trophies, obviously. So yeah, let me see if I can get another replay for you guys. Okay, so I'm still in Arena 5, and at 1492 trophies. So here's another battle. Now I think this was the very next one. Let me see what happens here. This is against the level 7. So I am very far in advance. I went to level 10, as you guys know. So here I tried to put they are just poisoned the dragon and the tower, and then he puts two spawn buildings down on the other side. So once he did that, I decided, okay, well, I'm just going to attack the other side, seeing that there was two buildings there. So I put my lightning there, and there goes the rocket. And fortunately, I didn't miss the rocket going for that goblin hut. Now his tower is down to 1489. And lots of the times, as soon as people see I'm using spells only, they just start, sometimes people like tell me good game, and then they don't drop any troops. And then as soon as they see I only use spells, then they start attacking. So here I had to use my fireball on these troops, because they were definitely going to do some damage to my tower there. Now, because I've done so much damage to the tower on the right, I can't now go attack on the left, attack on the left again. So I had to sort of dedicate my efforts to one side. There I zapped his minions with the dragon, and about here, those barbarians are really annoying. I actually should have just dropped like a fireball on that back barbarian hut, but then I don't know if I would have been able to take the right tower down. So here I managed to just hit all those troops, the hog rider with the barbarians, and yeah, it really helps to have the elixir collector distracting troops in the middle. So in the beginning when I started doing this, I put the elixir collector at the back, but that wasn't very useful. So yeah, putting the elixir collector in the middle to distract, that is sort of the only way that this is sort of possible to do. So here I've got my poison spell there, buying me some time because everything he drops will get poisoned if they enter it. So here I think I put the elixir collector trying to distract the troops, but now he's got so many troops coming onto my tower that I had to sort of use the fireball and the zap to defend. And I think here, yes, I used the poison spell, slow down the hog and those other troops from getting to my tower. But he's got my tower down all the way to 950 at the moment. So there I put a rocket on his tower. His tower is down to 185. There's 15 seconds left. Here I managed to freeze, and I think I used the fireball there to take out all those troops with one shot. And I think that one there probably helped me to win this game. So there I put the fireball with 3 seconds left, and now I had to defend, and right there with 240 left on my tower I managed to actually win this one. So as you can think, people get really frustrated when I win like this. So yeah, that was that one. Let me just show you my battle log. So that was the one right after J-Dog. So I managed to get 3 wins in a row with this deck, and I've actually since then also won a few, but I'll show you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video with me. Have a good day. This is just the deck I'm using. As you can see, all spells and my levels. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. See you guys again. Cheers.